up, everybody? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 1, the season finale. I had absolutely no idea that it was the end of the run. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I was just like, they really didn't. I just feel like they didn't really promote this show the way they did the other franchises, but whatever. You guys, as far as the review is concerned, let's get to it, shall we? So Nia, she had a car accident, and I remember when it happened. I think I even talked about it on top of the blogs. She had a car accident. She and the baby were in the car. The car flipped over a few times, and they escaped with just some bumps and bruises. But they were pretty much okay. You guys know how these type of things go. Okay, whenever you have a brush with death, it brings even the most troubled couples back together. Maybe just for an instant, but for now, Soulja Boy and Nia are in a good place. Okay, they back together, they in love. She said that this is the man that she wants to spend the rest of her life with. I was like, child, I guess. Their ending of their little storyline on the show is that they are both at a tattoo parlor, and it looks like they are getting each other's names tattooed on each other. I was just like, girl, why are you doing that? I'm not sure. I don't even think they actually showed her tattoo, so I'm assuming that's what she got. Or did they show it? I'm not even sure, but I know they showed Soulja Boy's tattoo of Nia. That shit was mixed in with all the other scribble scrabble on it. So it's not like anybody even gonna see that shit. But yeah, y'all, I guess that's it for Nia and Soulja Boy. They one happy couple. Are they still together today? Omarion is feeling on top of the world right now because Mega is born, and you know, everybody in his life is getting along with everybody. He's about to release his album. Actually, his album just came out yesterday. I listened to it on iTunes. I like that song "Supposed to Be." I probably have to listen to it again. I didn't buy it because I was just like, yeah, wasn't really feeling it, but you know, it's not bad. It just wasn't. Anyway, he's feeling real good about things. Okay, he didn't even drag that damn Fizz into the studio. Maybe Fizz can even jumpstart his career. But yeah, Omarion, he goes to Atlanta. He meets with Rick Ross just to let Rick Ross hear, you know, his music completed, and you know, Ricky Rose gives him the blessing that only Ricky Rose can. Cocked back, I was like, the nigga fixing to fall out that damn chair. So yeah, Omarion is happy. As far as their ending little story, you know, April gets on there and says that you know, they're going to be the best parents that they can be. She's going to have a relationship with her child that she didn't get to have with her mother. You know, they're happy. They're a happy couple. Good for them. And speaking of Fizz, like I said, when he's in the studio talking to Omarion, he also implies that he's ready to get his career back on track. The only problem with Fizz is that, you know, Fizz love the ladies, okay? Fizz got women problems. And when he's telling Omarion about Nikki, the first thing that he says is that her body was crazy. And Omarion was like, but what that head like, though? Okay, because, you know, we can already look and see Fizz's track record, okay? The nigga show do know how to tie down a fool. Omarion just tells him, like, look, you need to see if you and Moniece can try to figure some things out, okay? It's like you stuck with her anyway. Y'all got this baby. Okay, it's obvious that she ain't never gonna, you know, she gonna put whoever you be with through the ringer and give her the blues anyway. So maybe you two need to just work it out. Plus, I kind of feel like Omarion realizes that Fizz still has feelings for that girl, even though they've been through all this other shit. So, you know, I guess Fizz gets to thinking about it. So he invites Moniece out to the beach. Moniece drives out there. She looking like, why are we here? I was cracking up when he said that he had brought the nanny out there to watch the baby while he talked. One of my followers on Twitter was just like, nigga, that's your cousin. So he just gets Moniece to the side and he's like, look, you know, there's no reason why we can't work this out. You know, at one time we did love each other. You know, we have this child together. You know, maybe we can figure some things out and maybe we can get back to where we were. I'm not really sure what exactly he was saying. It sounded like he was saying get back together as a couple, but then in another breath, it kind of sounded like he was just saying like so we can coexist as parents. I was just like, yeah, Fizz, you kind of straddling the line. Anyway, Moniece was just like, well, you know, we still got to deal with how we hurt each other and all of that. And he was just like, yeah, but it's the past. Like, let's just forget about the past and move on in the future. So, you know, I don't know what to say about these two. They kind of like them couples that just always got some shit going, and you get involved and then they be back together, and they break up, then you be mad again, and then they get back. Like, it's after a while, you just got to get out that shit. Let them figure it out for themselves, okay? And they look good together. They're a cute couple. They're a family. You know, I hope, you know, everybody's able to work it out, and them three can all be happy together. Now, Hazel. Y'all know Hazel ain't got no damn friends. The only person left on the show for her to even film with is Nikki. And that's sad in and of itself, okay, because we ain't never seen them together the whole damn season. Even Nikki says that she doesn't even realize exactly why she's there with Hazel. You know, she's still loyal to Teairra, but she's willing to sit down with her because, you know, like Hazel, Nikki ain't really got nobody to film with either. She's there talking to Nikki because we all know why. Their common interest in the hate for Masika. Hazel is now telling Nikki all of the drama about Berg and Masika. I swear we have heard this story 100 times. You know, Masika's no friend. She's an opportunist. And then they tell us that Masika is a porn star. I was like, oh, this is something new. Shit, that's just like Mona, okay, to whip a new storyline out on us, like on the very last episode. And Nikki takes this time to, you know, let Hazel know that Masika and Berg are definitely a couple now. And you guys, Hazel is hurt. I was just like, why is she hurt? They were saying I love you at the damn thing the other day. So, like, why? So she decides that it's time for her to go and have a little chat with Masika again. I don't really know why, but that's what she decides. So they go sit down somewhere, and you guys know Masika. She's her normal, nasty, joker, Botox face. It ain't none of your goddamn business what me and Berg are doing. Joker face. You know, she tried to go off on Hazel and everything. The funny thing I do realize, though, is that for whatever reason, Hazel does rattle Masika. Anytime they get together and they get to arguing, it seems like, you know, Masika is bothered by her. So, you know, kind of score one for Hazel after Hazel tells her that, you know, that she heard that she's doing porn now. Side note, Masika, anytime you do a movie on the Playboy channel, I don't give a fuck if it is a series, scripted or not, the shit is still porn. It's soft porn. It's smoky porn, it's boring porn, but it is porn still nonetheless. So yeah, I mean, I would say that maybe you have tried your hand as a porn star. But anyway, Masika, she walks off, she goes down the stairs like she's leaving and everything. Hazel is still talking about her. And, you know, she's like, I could come back up the stairs. I was like, yeah, bitch, but you stay your ass right on that landing. She don't come all the way up. I was just like, yeah, all that talk, you don't want that shit with Hazel. Okay, because if you did, honey, all you had was space and opportunity. Take your ass up there. You rushing back up there to say something. So let's see their endings. Hazel E says that she's going to prove to the haters that she can do it without them. All the backstabbers, everybody who says she couldn't do it, she's still gonna do it without them. Nikki says that, you know, in the past, all she's been concerned about is her man and putting her man first. But you know what? She's got this empire. Okay, she needs to make this wet. And, you know, she gonna work with her mom and, you know, concentrate on being the best boss she can be. And old Joker Face, she says that she and Berg are together. That's her best friend with benefits. Okay, she got money in the bank and she can't worry about all the haters. Let them do what they do best. And then she went and got her ass beat at the reunion. I'm not laughing. Y'all, Ray J, we got that pool scene again. I was looking at that shit. I was just like, you know what? If that had been a fucking diving competition, she'd have got a smooth 10, y'all, because that bitch was clean in that water. It didn't splash. 10. But Ray J said, I think it all went wrong when I brought up Teairra's name. You think, Ray J? My girl was blindsided by that name and she just went left. He was cracking me up when he said that he had came and, you know, she was throwing drinks and desserts and, you know, he was peaceful in his approach. I was just like, Ray J, whatever. You know, don't no woman want to hear about your ex-woman and, you know, you sitting up there talking and she was right. I was like, nigga, you know you was trying, you was pushing that girl's buttons. Now she want to boss up and push me in the pool. You know, I used to play football back in the day. So I Bo Jackson back and moved out the way. Splash. That shit stayed funny to me, you guys. Every time I see it, the water's all like I was cracking up. So because Ray J is so torn up about Princess and Teairra, he goes and talks to Uncle Snoop. Okay, but in this case, it's cousin Snoop. Okay, and they are real life cousins. I was like, who knew? But then I thought about it. And I was like, yeah, I think I had heard that before. His mom and Snoop's mom are cousins or whatever, so they must be second, third cousins somewhere in there. Anyway, Ray J was just like, remember I told you they were some Teairra lovers? Okay, well, Snoop is feeling the same way. Snoop just tries to put it to him plain, okay? It's just like, y'all boys be moving too fast, okay? You chasing after these video chicks, but then you want a wife, okay? That was a real nice way of saying you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And you know, he gets Ray J to understand that Teairra always stayed loyal, she always stayed down, and she always kept it 100. And after him convincing us all season that Princess is the one, well, you know what? He has awakened from this dream, and he's realizing that he's made a big mistake. Now, in the meantime, Teairra is, you know, she has a song with Berg, and she's ready to give it to the world. So Berg is willing to put on this showcase for her. But Berg is just like, look, you know, I know what happened with you and Sinclair last time. I heard it was a disaster. You know, I'm putting my name on the line. You know, I really need to know that you're going to be able to do this. So she was just like, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. This time I'm ready. I'm feeling it, you know, all of that. So, y'all, side note, somebody tell me why Teairra got so much hair in her head. Okay, it's just fucking too much goddamn hair. She just look, her head looks huge. I was just like, girl, it makes her look bigger. I bet you if her hair was straighter and she wouldn't even look so fluffy, because everything just be all jammed. The titties be up here and all this be all anyway. So okay, the showcase is here and she's nervous, but she says she's ready. Everybody is there and everybody is hoping that she will do well, even that fat ass Sincere. So Berg introduces her and she gets up on the stage and she's about to start singing, and who should walk in but Ray J. Okay, Ray J got that look on his face like, I gotta get to my woman. She starts singing, you know, now she's got her inspiration like she didn't know he was gonna be there. She's singing the song and supposedly everybody's rocking to the song, everybody's enjoying the song. Actually, the song is good. I actually like the song. I hope she's able to make some sort of comeback with this. After she finishes the song and, you know, everybody's all clapping and cheering, she don't see Ray J in the crowd no more, so she figures maybe he just disappeared. So she goes backstage, and who should be back there but old Ray J. He done got her a gift, y'all. She opened the gift and it's a Louis Vuitton luggage bag, like the big Speedy, and I was just like, that'll won me. Roxanne is a sucker for an LV bag, y'all. Let me tell you. She said that it's symbolic of, you know, how he should have left things. Okay, he even tells her that, you know, he wasn't a real man, you know, that he treated her how he shouldn't have been, you know, treating her, and all of this real soft voice and shit. I was just like, oh, this is not gonna go well. You been there for me from like day one, you know what I'm saying? If you don't ever want to talk to me again, I would understand. Man, please. That damn girl ain't gonna not want to stop talking to you. You know that girl love you, Ray J. I was just like, girl, stay strong. But it was already too late, okay? She was already just big-eyed and shaky voiced, and I was just like, girl, you fixing to fall for the fucking okie doke. Next thing you know, they on the floor kissing, and they standing up kissing, this loud smacking shit. They kept showing the same scene over and over. I was just like, okay. Feel like hearing that. No, she was like, I kissed him. I knew I should, you know, I don't care. I know I loved him and all of that. So she kept telling him she loved him, and they was kissing and hugging, and honey, I guess that was supposed to mean that they were back together. So their ending story on the show was, you know, that she didn't know where things was going. Okay, all she knew is that she was happy to be back with her man. So now I think we all know why Teairra was so off in that, what was that, the Breakfast Club interview that she did, that radio interview that she and Morgan did right after the reunion. Now it makes sense why she was the way she was, okay? She obviously thought that everything was still a go with them two. And then when they were at the reunion, evidently he was there with Princess. Okay, so you definitely got played. And I'm sure she was feeling like she was played and just upset with the whole thing. Okay, that Ray J, that nigga know he ain't right. Loyalty is everything to me. Now, sometimes you get caught up and confused. You put your faith in people only to figure out that they don't have your best interests at heart. I was just like, truer words have never been spoken, Ray J. Truer words have never been spoken. Alright, you guys, that is it. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.